So as I said, I'm not going to be generating the temperature attribute with this group. So I'm just going to delete them and come back up here to the polygonal geometry. Okay, and the reason I want to use this is because, well, we need these polygons, connected polygons, to use the attribute paint node, which is here, or paint attributes, attribute paint, well, same thing. So yeah, with this, I'm going to paint the temperature. Okay. Temperature, okay, and then come here, and then once we select the this kind of gizmo thingy, we can use the middle mouse wheel. It's what I use normally to change the size of my brush, and then you can click to paint. Okay, press Ctrl and Z. I'm going to get rid of the floor there just so I can see a bit better. Let me look at this lighting. Wow, that's fine. So yeah, I'm going to paint now and select where I want the fire to be. So I want it to kind of be, you know, mostly around here, around on these bits of floor, a little bit up the walls, and then a little bit here as well. Okay, so I'm going to make this a bit smaller. Come in and paint like that. Obviously, not, well, more so that you don't want to be neat, you want it to be random and messy. If you middle click, that's going to erase as well, so the background. Okay, so that's a good idea to, you can paint a bit and then middle click to kind of give you a bit of noise. Okay, let's make it a bit bigger, and then middle click to add some kind of holes, and then I'm going to go up the wall just a little bit here. Okay, and then let's see where else, up here a bit as well. There we go, looking good. Some nice kind of range and values, make it a bit smaller maybe. And then I'm just going to add a tiny bit also to this piece of wood. Okay, so just on the far, I'm doing it specifically on the right here. You'll see why in a moment, because we're going to transfer these to the points, and I don't want the fire to be here. But you'll see why I'm doing it just on this side, because I want this thing to be on fire, you know, from the start basically. And then let's just do a little bit more, fill it out, get some nice kind of red, and then I'm also going to do a little bit here. Spacebar and H. I find the camera goes a bit weird sometimes, twisting all over the place. Just a bit in this corner. So don't worry about too much about the floor there, because I think the camera can't see that anyway. So I'm just doing it up here, just thinking about the shape. Kind of thicker at the bottom and a bit thicker, thinner towards the top. Make this smaller. Okay, I'm clicking more just to add some more values there. There we go, that looks good. I think that will do for the moment. You know, you can always come back and add to this, or remove, whatever you want to do. There we go. Okay, so now I'm also going to paint some fuel. Okay, so yeah, we touched on it briefly in here, you know, about the fuel. So wherever there is fuel, that part, those points can burn. Okay, and at the moment, if we take a look at the fuel, there's fuel everywhere. So I don't want the whole room to catch on fire. Basically, I want to have a bit more control. I basically want this part to be on fire at the beginning. And then if we paint the fuel, we can select where, you know, we can kind of direct where the fire is able to spread to. So that's what I want to do. Okay, so we need some fuel to start with, and obviously we need fuel where we have temperature, where I want the beginning of the fire. So we basically need to generate the fuel attribute, which is called f at fuel. Okay, and I'm going to make it the same as the temperature that I've just painted. Okay, so you know, we could visualize them. We can see the fuel there and the temperature, and they are the same. Okay, let's say make fuel. Oops. Fuel, well, like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is paint, another attribute paint. Drop that, and then set this one to fuel. And I believe that should pick up what we've already got. If we come back here and visualize the fuel, there we go. So you can see that I'm starting off with values in my fuel. Okay, so that's picking that up from here. If I get rid of that, you can see it's empty. Okay, so I'm starting off with something, and then basically I'm just going to spread it a bit, right? So I would like this thing to be full of fuel. Right, so I'm going to paint, oops, try not to get the edge there. I can come back and delete that after. Make sure it's pretty much got both, oops, middle click there. I'm going to come back here and just kind of delete this bit. There we go. And then I'm going to spread, or kind of add to this. So it's on fire all around here, around the door, all in here like that. Okay, so this is where the fire is able to spread to. And we can add, well, we will add some more noise to this in that pyro source spread node. Okay, so it seems to me, you know, think about how fire spreads. It kind of likes to shoot up walls, you know, once it's going up, because flames go up, heat rises. So, you know, it's gonna, I feel like it's gonna, it would go up more than across this way, if that makes sense. Okay, and then this one I'm gonna rise up just a little bit, not too much. There we go, so that seems fine. Okay, I'm going to just, don't want it on the front here, I don't think. I'm just going to delete that. There we go. So that's great. So next we'll look at bringing this into the pyro spread.